Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Travis Lawrence. I'm the Product and Equipment Specialist for Clean-O-Rama. Today we're going to be going over the Tomcat Carbon Edge Auto Scrubber and some of the things that you as a frontline worker might want to keep in mind and utilize for your daily inspections. First and foremost, as you can see, my auto scrubber is not ready to go. I have my pads off the machine, my recovery tank is drained and emptied, and my solution tank is also drained and emptied, and my squeegee is off the machine. As the incoming user, I can put together the machine the way I want it. If I want to use a blue pad, a red pad, or a different type of pad, if I have different squeegee options, or even a different chemical, I can do all of that as the incoming user. It also gives me a chance, if the machine isn't like this when I first arrive, I can take it apart, inspect it, and make sure it's going to work the way I want it to work. So the first and foremost, if the pad's on the machine, we want to take the pad off, rinse it, and flip it, because if it's too incredibly dirty, we want to be able to visually inspect that and get a new pad. Yeah. From there, so if my pad is too dirty, I can get myself a clean pad, because clean pads clean floors. Same thing with my squeegee. I can visually inspect my squeegee. If the squeegee blades need to be flipped, or if they're torn, or if they need to be adjusted, I can do that before I get going. And we will show you in a later video how to change the squeegee blades on this particular machine. Some of the other working components of my auto scrubber here. Inside my recovery tank, I have what's known as the drain saver. So fundamentals of floor care, especially on VCT, we're going to sweep the floor, wash the floor, and then burnish the floor. The sweeping stage is very important because it's going to get all the dirt and debris, loose dirt and debris off the top of the floor, so I can get it ready for cleaning. Anything that I missed, dust bunnies, paper clips, etc. in my sweeping is going to get caught in this drain saver. At the end of my cleaning, I can take my drain saver to a trash can, put all the solids in the trash can, and I'll have liquid left inside the recovery tank. All recovery tanks are going to be equipped with some sort of ball float. This particular one has a foam dissipation chamber with a filter. If your filter starts to become unsightly, we want to be able to take that filter out, inspect it, and replace it as needed. We don't want to wash that filter because that's going to go into our vacuum system, and we do not want to void any warranties. So this particular machine has a gasketed cover, and my ball float will come up and out. The common misconception with ball floats is that it will shut the vacuum motor off. It does not shut the vacuum off. However, this ball, when activated in the cage, will give the user an audible kind of alarm that will let you know that the vacuum motor is full and it's time for changing. We also have a big clear dome lid here, which is also a good indicator that if it's very foamy, we need to do something, either defoamer, or we need to change our solution or empty out the recovery tank. One of the most important things to know is that foam is the enemy of any machine that sucks up water. So foam will not allow this ping pong ball to float. This will only float on water. So if it's very foamy, we want to make sure that we do our due diligence and do what needs to be done to mitigate that foam. When it comes time to fill my tank, I have 3 fill ports. I can fill this machine from the front, through the screen to basket. I have a remote fill, which I can bring into a closet if the machine does not fit in or the hose won't come out of the closet. And we also have a rear fill port located on the left-hand side of the machine, where I can also fill the machine with my cleaning solution. On the opposing side, I have a clear hose here, which is our sight tube, which tells me how much water is left in the machine. And this is my dirty water drain as well. So a trick that will help in a lot of scenarios is when we're draining our auto scrubber, our dirty water always sits up higher. So draining the dirty water from the machine becomes very easy. We would rinse the tank until clean water comes out of the drain hose, and we can put that back together. The harder part is when we're cleaning out our clean water solution tank. The sight tube from before is also our clean water drain. So when we take this solution and drain it out, the scenario will be that we can't drain all the water uphill. So something that will help is if we manually drain out as much water as we possibly can into the sink. The remainder of the water, which is around a gallon or so, we can, with our recovery tank lid on and the cover on our drain cap on our dirty water drain hose, we can turn our vacuum system on, and the hose that goes normally to our squeegee will suck the clean water and put it into our recovery tank. It's also important to note never to make a full seal, as this will activate the warning light indicator on your vacuum, make a high-pitched noise, because the vacuum system cleaner needs airflow to operate. A key component to the solution system is your solution filter. So it's very important once a week to take this solution filter out. Make sure that the screen filter is free and clear of any debris. Leaving soapy water in a machine will cause for clogging issues, and it's going to not allow water to flow through the screen into the front of the machine and put water on the floor. So if you're in the midst of scrubbing and you're not getting any solution down, chances are you want to check your filter. But if we get in the habit of checking this once a week, we can always keep it free and clear from any soap congealing onto the filter. Threads up in there until it seats nice and tight. Be mindful not to over tighten, and don't use any tools when removing or replacing the bowl filter.